Hi, my name is Heidi Duffy. I'm the facilitator for the National Young Rider Forum, and I've been asked to do a presentation for the Road Safety GB Festival of Road Safety. Should be at Harrogate, but we're not, so we're here. I'm going to do my best, but I've got to be honest, I'm not very techno. So please bear with me. And what I'm going to do, I've written some questions. I'm going to pull them out the bag ad hoc and answer them the best I can to give you the best information about National Young Rider Forum. Okay, here goes. Let's have a look. Okay, first question. The National Young Rider Research Project. Well, that's dipping in right in the deep end without telling you anything about what we do and what we are. However, this is a research programme working with Agilis Limited, and we are being funded by the Department for Transport. This is the first research project into young motorcyclists aged 16 to 24, and we're very excited about it. It's made up of 5 parts. Part 1 was RTC collision stats research. Part 2 was an online survey for 16 to 24-year-old motorcyclists to complete. Part 3 is focus groups. That's now virtual, but working very well. Part 4 is segmentation, so bringing all that information together and looking at the demographics. And Part 5 is the final report. What we hope is that we'll find out so much more about young riders, and we'll work out what is the best way to engage with them, to pass them that vital help and support that will keep them safe going forward as young riders and young road users of the future. Okay, next question. Who are the forum members? Well, the National Young Rider Forum is made up of road safety professionals all over the country, hence national. We have representatives from the MCIA, which is the Motorcycle Industry Association. We have a representative from MAGS, which is the Motorcycle Action Group. We have representatives from local authorities right the way around the country, so from the Wirral to Suffolk to Essex. Cornwall have just joined, welcome Cornwall. Derbyshire, great supporter. Nottinghamshire, through Nottinghamshire Police, DVSA, we have CBT trainers represented. So really anybody that is involved or interested in motorcycles, but particularly young motorcyclists, are in National Young Rider. Next question. Why young riders? Well, why not? Young riders are our young people. They are our future. We need to invest in our future and invest in young people and young riders. In every other walk of life, as our children, as our apprentice, as our students, we look after our young people. And as young riders, that's what all we want to do. We want to give them more support and look after them in their mode of transport, which is a motorcycle. So yes, young riders, very much young riders, the only road safety casualty reduction group looking at just young riders. So yes, we're here for young riders. Next question. Let's have a look. Where can I get more information about National Young Rider Forum? Well, you can go on our website. So if you put National Young Rider or NYRF into the search engine, you will find us. You will also find us on the Road Safety GB Knowledge Academy. And there's contacts, direct emails and telephone numbers. So that's where you'll find more information about us. Next question. Oh, pulled quite a few out here. Stand by. What has the National Young Rider Forum done so far? Well, we first met in February 2019. We sat around the table and tried to come up with new initiatives to engage, communicate, assist, reach out, call it what you will. But actually, we didn't know very much about young riders. And I have to say that the people around the table brought experience, knowledge, enthusiasm, but they weren't really between age 16 and 23. Apart from Harry, Safer Roads, Essex and Essex Fire and Rescue. So Harry, if you're watching this, you are our sole representative. But we decided we need to know a lot more about how to help young riders. So, so far we have decided on a plan. We have put in bids to try and get some funding to support our research project. We've had knockbacks, but thankfully the DFT, Department for Transport, have come good, and we are approaching part 3 of our research project. So that's what we've done so far. Even better, we've shared best practice, which basically means that if somebody's got a good idea, we've pinched it. We've set up our website, the National Young Rider website. We have connected people across the country who have a shared passion of looking after young riders. So, okay, not fantastic, but we're well on the way to achieving a really good project and forum members. And just the fact that we know about each other now and we're all working together towards the same focus, which is young riders, then that's great. Next question. Is National Young Rider Forum against young people riding motorcycles? Well, no. Motorcycles are a great mode of transport. We know that they're very flexible, that they can get into the main cities without being stuck in traffic. They are fun and there is freedom about it, and there is great skill to riding a motorcycle. So no, we're certainly not against motorcycles, and we're not against young people riding them. All we want to do is to make young riders a bit more knowledgeable, give them a bit more confidence, a bit more skill, to make sure that they don't end up being a young rider casualty. And that's the name of the game, reducing the number of collisions and reducing the number of young riders who are injured. Next question. What does the National Young Rider link, or how does a National Young Rider link into other motorcycle RTC reduction groups? Well, obviously, it's very important that we talk to other motorcycle reduction groups, or other motorcycle groups, or other motorcycle organisations like the DVSA. So yes, we link into all organisations. We link into the Highways England National Motorcycle Group. We link into Biker Down through the National Biker Down Fire and Rescue League, Tony Smith. We link into Blood Bikes, we link into Wheels to Work. Really, we try and link into every organisation that's got anything to do with motorcycling and anything to do with young people, because those are links we want to make. Next question. How has COVID affected National Young Rider Forum? Well, yes, COVID's affected us all. It's not easy at the moment, but we've kept going. The project, the research project, we've really progressed, and we found that during lockdown more people are able to access websites, online surveys, anything to keep them busy while we're on lockdown. So yes, it's affected in that we can't sit around the table, we can't go out to public events, engage with young motorcyclists, but it hasn't stopped us. And we're doing everything to keep going on track with all our projects, because we know that young riders, regardless of COVID, are still out there. They're still using their motorbikes to go to education, to work, to socially distance and meet people. So it's important that we keep going to keep up with them. Next question. Quite a few coming again here. Let's have a look. Can you join us? Yes, of course you can join us. We'd like to embrace any partner that wants to come and be part of National Young Rider. If you go onto our website, there's a direct contact number, and you can email me direct, and I can tell you how to go about it, what you'll get for your money, and we'll welcome you with open arms. The more people we can have working together to support young riders, the better. Who funds National Young Rider Forum? Well, that's a leading question. We have no national funding. We are reliant on partners giving contributions to keep us going, and that's always difficult. There are always competing demands and money is tight. Derbyshire Safer Roads, Derbyshire County Council have been very supportive. Also the MCIA, Essex Safer Roads Fire and Rescue, South Yorkshire Fire and Rescue. So we've got a few key partners out there who are keeping us going. But I won't lie and say that I feel we should be centrally funded, because we bring together so many aspects of motorcycle safety that it's hard to keep going when you're worried that the next donation won't come in and you can't keep going. So no, there is no central fund, and we are reliant on local authorities, public services, safer roads to contribute into the National Young Rider Park to keep us going. Do you have a problem with young riders? Well, do you have a problem with young riders? I don't know, but I bet you do. All you need to do is to look at your RTC stats. That's usually through your police force or local authority. And you need to look at the motorcycle collisions and casualties, certainly over a 3-year period at the minimum. And you need to break down those stats into ages, 16 to 24 is our young riders, and the CCs of motorbikes up to 125cc. And once you've done that and divided your stats into those categories, you will find, as every local authority and police force across the country find, you have got a problem with young riders. In fact, you've got more of a problem with young riders than you have with young drivers. When you look at the killed and seriously injured casualty stats for those two road user groups, there are more young people killed and seriously injured on small motorbikes, twist and goes, than there are driving cars. So my question to you is, have you got a problem? Go and find out, and I think you'll find that sadly you have. Next question. How will COVID affect National Young Rider Forum going forward? Well, yeah, the COVID question keeps cropping up, and it will do. Nobody knows what's around the corner. However, our pledge to you is that National Young Rider Forum will keep going because our young riders are out there. And whatever COVID brings to us over the next few months, even years, there will be young riders using motorcycles on our road network, and we won't stop the daily business of reducing motorcycle collisions for young riders and all motorcyclists. What are National Young Rider Aims? Well, our aims, really, simplicity, is to reduce the number of collisions involving young riders. But also, we want to support young riders. They are our road users of the future. They may be young riders now who go into young drivers, who might go into young professional drivers. What we want to do is to offer them the support and welfare that other young people get in different areas of life. We want to be there for them if they have a bad experience on two wheels, motorised two wheels. We want to give them places, websites. We want to give them support that they can talk through what's happened and find solution, find extra training, get extra help and support. So our aims basically are all about young riders and making sure that they're as safe as they can be as young riders, but with a view to keeping them on motorcycles or being young drivers, but better road users going forward, safer, confident, more skilled. Questions keep on coming. Can we join National Young Rider Forum? Yes, of course you can. I think I've covered that one. drop me an email. Happy to provide more information for you. I think we're getting to the last few. What is the National Young Rider Forum? Well, it is the only road safety partnership that is dedicated to looking at young riders, so young motorcyclists on the smaller bikes. So it's a road safety partnership encompassing all different organisations and all different people, but with the main ambition and aim and desire to look after young motorcyclists. I think that's about the bag is empty. All I can say is thank you for listening. We are passionate about what we do. If you'd like to join us, send me an email and I'll be happy to speak to you. Be safe out there. Bye.